Warning, warning, the following recording has some explicit content. Listener's discretion is advised. It is Thursday, October 17th, 2024. This is Daniel once again of Notice TV coming back to you with another voice recording entry number. I don't know. I've done a lot of these things. As the title says, I'm going to be talking to you guys about God once again. And at the end of the day, I want you guys to really start to use your brains. Use your brains, my friends and family. Start to think is what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm super smart and I know everything and I smarter than you. No. We have to continue to mold our brains and to start thinking broader and stopping at one thing is what I'm saying. Now, let me also say this as well. If you feel like wherever you're at in this time, in this space, and you feel a little bit of peace, then continue with what you're doing. Continue in your peace. Continue to stay where you're at, spiritually, religiously, I don't know, financially. If you feel like you're just good, then stay where you're at, because many people may not be yet. There's a lot of people out here that are on different levels, right? There's let me say this as well. A lot of people out here, we all need some form of peace, right? We all want some form of peace. We all want everything to be stable in their life, financially, whatever it might be. Some people may feel like their peace is chaos for some odd reason. I have no idea how that works, but I could try to understand that person when they feel like their peace is somewhat chaos, or they can't feel peace if there's no chaos in some sort of sense or whatnot. I don't know. I don't know if they grew up like that. To me, I feel like if they're not in some form of if they're not in some form of drama, or they're in some sort of dramatic episode in their life, then there's no peace in a sense for them. They need to be in some sort of drama or some dramatic. Something has to be happening. Something has to be happening in their life. And this is just some people. I'm not saying this is for everybody. But something dramatic has to be happening in some people's lives for them to even feel some sort of copeness or peaceness. I don't know if they even feel peace. I think they just need an episode or something. To me, I feel like peace is just tranquility, stillness, I would say. Peace in itself, right? Everything is going well, everything is going good, everything is swell. It's calmness, I would say, is to me that's peace. I don't even like to go anywhere. I'll stay at home. That's my peace. You know, I come home to my wife and my kids and my dog and my cat, and that's peace to me. Everything around me is peace. You know, um, so it's a whole dynamic is what I'm saying, and I'm like I said, I'm still trying to understand people. I think we all need to get to a point where we try to understand individuals, and that's where I'm at in the world. I'm trying to use the full capacity of my brain to understand the way the world works and why people do the things they do, why they sin or do wrong, I would say. I don't even like to use the word sin anymore because sin is mostly from the Bible or whatnot. The Bible, of course, has some great teachings. I'm going to still utilize the Bible for its great teachings. Do I believe that the God in the Bible that I serve, the creator that I serve is the God of the Bible? I don't believe it such. Just as the title says, God isn't all good. There's a lot of Christians, personnel, people out here, pastors, preachers, whoever, that believe that God is good or all good. I don't believe God is all good. I believe that God is both good and bad. He's the creator of good and bad, right? If we were to say that our creator, our God, is the creator of all things in the world, in the universe, then we have to say that he creates good, and we have to say that he creates evil. So if, in order for someone to create good or evil, they have to feel both in a sense, right? They have to feel it, or it's in their spirit in a sense, is what I'm saying, right? Because no full good person who's automatically good, 100% good, could sow evil into a world, right? I mean, just think logically is what I'm saying to my people out here. Whoever listens to this recording, whoever listens to me, you know, if I were to say that this creator God is all good, then why is there evil in the world? That's what I'm saying. This creator has to have some sort of good and bad within himself. And I'm not. Here's the thing. People may come to me like, "Oh, you're lying on God. He's all good. He's all positive." No, just look at the world and how the world works. Right? We have positive energy and we have negative energy. Every single where you look, every single. And here's my thing. I've been studying I have been studying a little bit. I'm just starting to get into it. I've been studying a bit about circuitry, right? I'm trying to dab into fixing things like computers and TVs and all this other, I'm dabbing into motherboards and circuitry and everything around energy, I would say. I'm dabbing into to fixing things with electronics is what I'm saying. And as I'm learning electronics, I'm seeing electronics or everything around electronics and how energy moves in the world as well, right? So many other people that probably lost their faith in the Bible, whatever, they will call God, this creator, energy. He's some form of energy or whatnot. I've been listening to a lot of other people too as well. He's some form of energy that brings life or gives life. To me, I feel like he is some sort of energy that sustains life. He's the sustainer of life, right? He gives us life. He wants us to live it, right? To me, I feel like God there's no favoritism, as the Bible entails that there's favoritism. I don't believe God favors anyone above another. He's impartial, is what I'm saying. And I don't like to use those terms because I don't feel God has human traits anyway. But I believe that this creator God, is an impartial being. We all die, we all live. But his energy is the same. His energy is eternal. He's the one that brings life and give life. This creator God, whatever this energy is, right? He's the one. He's the one. I keep saying he, but I'm using human references to make most people understand who I'm talking about and what I'm talking about, what entity I'm talking about. So I'm gonna use him and creator God or whatever. I'm gonna use these terms. But yeah, so like I said, I feel like this creator God is a sustainer of life, an energy that is constant, is what I'm saying. But this energy is so strong to the point where it's you need things to close this energy off a bit, right? Think of it like I said, I'm in circuitry, I'm learning how electronics work. If I plug in my television, right? If I plug in my television, the energy source is inside the wall, right? The plug, or it's coming from the city or whatever, right? Now, that energy goes through a long process of going through a lot of circuitry And you have to limit, I would say, or resist this energy a bit in order for my TV to work, right? Now, inside the TV, if you open up a TV, you see a whole bunch of circuitry, you see a whole bunch of resistors and inhibitors and all this other little fragments of stuff. You also see capacitors inside the circuit board or whatnot. Those are there for a reason, because if we get the full blast of this energy, it's gonna destroy the television. It's gonna destroy the TV or whatever electronic you plug in. So we need these inhibitors, these resistors, these capacitors to control this energy so the TV could work at its best, right? If I put the full blast of energy inside the TV, it's gonna explode. It's gonna blow up. It's too strong. It's like the sun. If we get too closer to the sun, you know what's gonna happen. That's why the sun is where it is. And we have all these layers. We have everything around the earth is layered with everything that the earth needs. Some resistors, the ozone layer, whatever you want to call it. So we won't melt out here. Right? The earth is perfectly made. So we won't burn up out here. Because it has these layers, these ozone layers that keep the sun rays at its bay, right? So that us humans could take this amount of energy. The sun is way too strong. I mean, even if we go outside, we get the full blast of the sun. We're trying to hide from it, right? So think of this energy as our creator God in this form of sense. And I believe the Bible is still saying something about who this creator God is. Now, I'm gonna say this again. I don't believe that God is all good, and I don't believe that God is all bad. I believe he's everything around us, everything. He's good and bad, I would say. Because in order for us to have evil, a creator God had to have created this. The creator God had to, I'm not saying that this is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I'm not saying that this God is the same God in the Bible. The God in the Bible seemed like it, I should say the God in the Old Testament seems like he has favorites, you know. He has favorites, which were the Judahites and the Israelites in the Old Testament. I mean, hell, to the point where he's angry with them for doing wrong, for going back and forth with other gods and praying to other gods and idolatry and all this other stuff. Now, do I deem that the God, the creator God that I praise? No, I don't. I don't think this creator God who I pray to has any favorites. It's impartial, right? He's impartial is what I'm saying. This being is impartial. We go through ups. Every single being out here go through ups and we go through downs. We die, we live. Possibly we come back again. This is what I'm alluding to. I'm not saying this is true, but I believe that since this energy is constant, our spirits are connected to it. I believe once the flesh dies, this spirit gets put back into the earth in some form or fashion. This spirit goes back into the earth in whatever it wants to be. I don't know. Whatever this energy needs to be at this time, this spirit, this creator God puts it back into the earth. I don't know. It might be a tree or something. It might come back as a tree or a lion or a goat or something. I don't know. Or another human with a new flesh. Because this energy needs to keep flowing. It needs to keep flowing. If I could understand circuitry and energy, you really can't control it. You have to control it with resistors and capacitors and all this other stuff. But the full blast of this energy, you really can't control it. It'd be too much for you, It'd be too much. But that's just my ideology. There's no concrete evidence that we are put back into the spirit is put back into the earth. The flesh dies. That's apparent. We know that the flesh dies. But I have to do more research and studying and into whether or not this energy gets put back into the earth or somewhere else. I don't know. Somewhere else in the universe, this energy goes to sustain life in a sense. Hey, if you're liking the content thus far, don't forget to press that like button. And if you really, really liking the content and you watching my other videos, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Alright? Yeah. So think broader is what I'm saying to my people out here to understand that when you hear your preacher say, "Oh, God is good and God is good all the time," all this other stuff, no. The Bible may say God is good. I believe that God is everything around us, including the bad crap that happens out here. Right? People may say, "Oh, God is just only for the Christians or the Jewish people or the Israelites or whoever." No, God is for everybody. The Creator God is for everybody. Right? Oh, I've been blessed with this and blessed with that. I prayed for it and God gave me this. Yeah, that's fine. You could pray for those things because you're giving your energy to it. You're seeking it. You know, most people that play the lottery, right? They play the lottery and win because they play it. They put their all into the lottery. They know possibly know when the next number or what the next number is gonna be. But if you're a person that just don't play it, then how could you win? You'll play it every once in a blue moon, right? But if I'm putting my energy into something, so let me use an example because I was watching some YouTube videos. I'm sorry, I was watching some YouTube videos earlier about a prophetess. She's all over YouTube and she's saying, "Thus saith the Lord," and she's prophesying against other Christian content creators and whatnot. And she's deemed herself some form of prophetess. She's saying she's a prophetess. She's speaking directly from the Lord. And a lot of people, she has a following that she ain't wrong. She don't get anything wrong. Just on my view, I believe that she's prophesying, but she's prophesying general stuff. Like I could literally research on somebody and then prophesy based on my generalization of who I believe this person is and is not. You know, sometimes you could tell who someone is just by listening to them. What's coming out their chest. So when I'm perceiving this prophetess, it seemed like she's prophesying based on her notions that she know this person in some form of fashion. She's making general notions about this person, general, I would say, descriptions that anybody could say in prophesying. Also, she's prophesying from her heart as well, in a sense. Seems like she's kind of triggered. This is just what I'm perceiving, just based on her prophecies or whatnot, her quote unquote prophecies. She's prophesying from her heart, and she's making, I would say, how you say it, opinions. I would say, and nothing's wrong with opinions, but she seems like she's hurt in a sense. She's hurt, so she has to prophesy in order to deem someone unworthy of the blessings of God or something like that. So that's not what I really wanted to talk about. I really wanted to talk about where we put our energy into, and how we are what we put our energy into. Whatever we are is because of what we put our energy into. So if this person, this lady, this young lady is deeming herself a prophetess of God, right? I can say, okay, well, you know what? She is a prophetess because that's where she's giving her energy to. Now, is it the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, or is it the Creator God? I don't know. I don't believe that. Like I said, to me, I don't believe that our Creator God is speaking to us directly. I believe I believe He's in everything, in every one of us. I believe He's in every one of us. So when this prophetess is prophesying, "Thus saith the Lord," I believe she's prophesying from her subconscious is what I'm saying. She's prophesying for what she perceives, right? Because remember, whatever we give our energy to is what we become. So if this prophetess is reading the Bible through in and throughout, and pretty much living the prophets of the Bible who prophesies this and prophesies that, Jeremiah, Isaiah, Moses, whoever, if she's in her word, most likely she's going to exhibit prophets of the Bible. She's going to be living prophets of the Bible. She's probably going to start talking like the people of that time, which she does, by the way. I'm not going to say this lady's name or whatnot, but you guys could look up for yourself about a female prophetess. Some people are calling her a witch or a false prophet. I don't know. But think about energies. Think about energies. We are I know you guys heard the saying, "We are what we eat," right? We become what we eat or whatever. So if you're eating a lot of bacon, most likely you're gonna look like a pig or something. That holds true a bit. That holds true. If you look in some sort of way, if you're looking fat or whatever, you might want to look at what you're eating. If you're looking like a cow, if that's all you're doing and you're not exercising, you're looking like a cow, then best believe you're gonna be looking like a cow or pig, because you eat all that all the time at the fast food restaurant. Sorry. So it's like I said, we become whatever we put our energy into. So definitely, if I'm reading the Bible for the last 2-3 years, wouldn't I have dreams of what's possibly to come, or something in the Bible, or some form? We have to understand our minds are very, very powerful. I kid you not. My mind, if I allow it to breathe, that is very, very powerful. Your mind is very, very powerful. You're going to start attracting a lot of things. If you focus, if your spirit and your heart is there, you're going to start attracting whatever you're trying to attract, whatever it is. If it's money on your mind, I'm not talking about using money to spend and buy all this other stuff. I'm talking about money. If your heart is to have money, it'd be different if you want a bike. Let's say you want a bike, but you need money to get it. You can't focus on money, because your heart is where the bike is. Your heart is on the bike. Your heart may not be on the money. Your heart is on this new bike that you want. So it's probably best to focus on the bike, because you might get the bike free. I kid you not. There's a lot of free stuff out here. You could probably look on Facebook Marketplace and find that bike for free somewhere. Somebody trying to get rid of it, and there you go. Right? But if it's money that you're trying to attract, and I'm not telling people to go out here and start attracting material things. You know what I'm saying? I'm a minimalist, so I don't like attracting too much expensive things. Even though I want expensive things, I'd rather restore old things and make it new. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather buy cheap and restore it, repaint it, and it looks new to me, right? Before I spend millions of dollars, you know what I mean? If I have $1 million. I'd rather keep the stuff I have and refurbish it, refix it, and make it look better and make it strong, right? But either way, if your heart is on money, you want to just attract money. Maybe you want to give or something. I don't know. Then that's where, if your heart is there and your spirit, your subconscious is there, and you're literally thinking about ways to make money, and you dreaming about it, and you thinking about it, best believe you're going to attract it. I kid you not. I tried this a few weeks back. I said, you know what? I got up. I said, yo, I'm going to start attracting money. I'm going to attract some money. I was even holding money in my hand, like some quarters and change, right? I'm going to attract some money today. I'm going to work, but I'm going to attract some money. Tell me why I go to work and I start picking up pennies and nickels and dimes. I start seeing pennies, nickels, and dimes. and start, because the thing is, because I'm wanting it and I'm looking for it, so I'm seeing it. That's how the way the world works, is energy. Everything around us is energy. Energy. We don't know how powerful the brain is. We just don't use it. We're not using it. We have to use the full capacity of our brain, of our mind. And I'm not saying that we're gods out here. I'm not saying that we're gods. That I'm too humble enough to say that I'm a god. I could manifest everything. No, it's whatever you give your life to. So best believe, if I'm in circuitry and I'm trying to fix TVs, best believe I'm probably gonna be the best at it eventually, and I'm gonna be dreaming this stuff up. It's gonna be in my mind as anything else would. Anything else I dream up, if I put my heart and will into it, I'm gonna dream up anything. If I'm sitting around reading comic books, Spider-Man comic books all the damn time, wouldn't Spider-Man come in my damn dream? Right? He'll be coming in my dream, or I might just see Spider-Man outside somewhere. So a Spider-Man car out of nowhere coming out of nowhere. Spider-Man. Somebody has painted their car in a Spider-Man looking whatever. Right? So to all my church folks out there, my people that go to church, that take up their cross and die. Yes, you're gonna feel Jesus. You're gonna feel God because you're giving your energy to God. You're giving your life to God. Right? You're giving your life to the God in the Bible, I should say. You're giving your life to these words, is what I'm saying. I'm not here to disrespect the Bible. I'm not. It has some great teachings. Teachings that we could have to prosper in this life that we have. Right? But if you're giving your energy into this Bible, then yes, you're gonna feel something like God in your brain. You're gonna see God in your brain, in your mind, in your dreams, wherever. Right? So if you're focusing on the goodness of the Bible, like I said, there's goodness in the Bible. Right? I believe everyone should read the Bible. So if you're focusing on the goodness of what's in the Bible, then you're gonna walk out here in goodness. Right? You're gonna walk out here in goodness. But understand that, and don't let people play you. Don't let people play you. God, the creator God that I know, is just not all good, and he's not all bad, is what I'm saying. He's a mixture of everything around us. Every single thing is of what God is. Every single thing that is out here in this planet, in this world, in this universe, is what God is. Right? Now, I'm not saying I'm blaming God. I'm not blaming God. I'm just saying this is the way of the world. This is the way, and I could thank the Creator God for this. I could thank the Creator God that I'm a good person. I'm a positive being. Sometimes I could thank the Creator God that I'm a negative being. Sometimes I embrace my awareness. I embrace myself. Right? And thank the Creator God for making me, for who I am right now. Right? You know what I mean? So we have to acknowledge that, right? Some people, when they go to church, when they go to church, when they try to read the Bible, they're trying to change themselves in a sense. Something might be broken. Maybe someone has told them that they're doing wrong and sinning, and you're doing wrong and whatnot. And those things. The thing about the Bible, sometimes, like I said, there's good points in the Bible, there's bad points in the Bible that I believe that I just can't really agree with. But we have to have this awareness where we have good in us and we have bad in us. Fact, we have good in us, and there's no way for us to operate solely on goodness. It just won't work because our flesh is going to deny it's going to it's gonna get sick, man. You're gonna feel sick. You're gonna feel out of place, right? This energy has to be put somewhere. You're stifling your negative energy is what I'm saying. So when the pastor's preacher is saying, hold every thought and keep it captive, then where are you going to put it? Where are you going to put this negative energy? Let's say your flesh is rising up to do something wrong, to do something. You have a thought there, because we all have an evil thought. We all get evil thoughts. Now, let's say you have this energy that you have. You just come upon you right there. Where are you going to put it? The Bible says a whole every evil thought, or every thought captive, and let it. And some preachers say suppress it. Suppress it. How are you going to suppress this energy? You cannot suppress energy. This is real feelings we're talking about. These real, most people call it hormones or whatever. I don't want to call it hormones. I call it energy. Where are you going to put this energy that you're feeling right now? You got to put it somewhere. We look at our bodies. We have what? Pores, right? Pores all over our skin. That's where we sweat. We sweat. The pores, are filled with whatever sweat that comes out. All of that is energy. All of that is our sweat is just pretty much our body getting rid of excess energy or whatever. If we have this energy, this negative thought that comes on our mind, and the preacher and the pastor or whoever is saying to suppress this, you're going to bottle up a lot of demons, bro. And I don't even like to say demons. You're going to bottle. I'm going to say demons because it may resonate with you, because if you're under your Christian faith, you may resonate with demons. I think it's just negative energy you're holding on to. If you're holding on to this thought and you suppressing it, all you're doing is suppressing energy. You cannot suppress energy. You have to put it somewhere. You have to throw it out of you. You have to let it come out of you. You're suppressing, you're holding on to all these demons. Is rising up in you, and it's going to explode. It's going to explode. You're going to start acting out and becoming something you don't even want to become. Understand how the battery works. The battery has a positive and a negative part of it, basically. All these energies has to be grounded in a sense. Right? That's why batteries they stop working, because there's no, I don't think there's a ground in a battery. It's just positive and negative. It's positive and negative, keep going back and forth, positive until it dies, right? But there's no ground, is what I'm saying. There's no ground, so you need a grounding regardless. Like if you have a washing machine, right? If you have a washing machine, if you plug the washing machine inside the energy inside the plug in the wall, it has a positive energy and it has a negative energy. It has a power, and then it has the ground. It has three ports basically, right? So like I said, we have a positive energy, we have negative energy within us, right? But when this negative energy, this negative thought comes in our mind, where the heck are we going to put it? We have to ground it, is what I'm saying. We have to ground it. We have to put it somewhere. The church says suppress it. You cannot suppress this energy. You cannot. So how do we ground it, right? There's many different options. Our creator God is such a being that I believe, man, he created a way out for us, man. We could one, sow into our negative nature and release it upon whatever we want to release it to, as in give into our negative side or give into our negative nature and commit whatever sin or whatever. We could do that. We could find a different option, put it somewhere else. Maybe let's use lust. Let's use lust for an example, right? Let's say I gain this negative thought of lust. I look at a female. I like using this analogy because this is what I go through. So just so people could understand and maybe relate to what I'm saying. I go through sexual lust not each and every day, but all the time. This is what I really, really struggle with. So let me use that as an example. Let's say I get this negative thought, this thought that I want to. Oh, I see someone, a woman that looks very, very attractive and beautiful, and I want to bed her or what have you, right? Once that thought comes in my brain, the first thing the church teaches you, I would say, not all churches, but the first thing preachers and teachers tell you is to suppress it, hold it, suppress it, and let it succumb or whatever. We're supposed to hold it. Now with me, I'm holding on to this thing, and it may go away for a while temporarily, but now a few days later, I'm all lustful, and there's no rationality in my brain. I've tried this before. I've tried it. There's no rationality in my brain. So what do I do now? Do I go walking out here like a damn werewolf trying to seek someone to bed out here? No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to sow into my nigga. I don't want to cheat on my wife. I don't want to commit a sin, right? Is there another option? There's another option. I could masturbate. I hope I don't get shadow banned for saying that. I could use the N word, right? But the church, with the word masturbation, the church also says we're not supposed to do that as well. Oh, you're not supposed to. So where are we supposed to put it? You're making it so hard for us, right? This energy is within us. We feel it. Where are we supposed to put it? Right? And this is the reason why. Excuse me. This is the reason why when pastors and preachers get to become pastors and preachers when they're adults, when they're kids, they're taught by their parents to hold it in, to suck it up, and hold it in and close off all these thoughts. This is energy we're talking about. But you as a parent is telling the child to hold it in and box it like it's some sort of damn pet or something. But when they get older and become pastors and preachers, now you see why they, committing statutory rape against children. Because they had nowhere to put this energy you told them to shut up. Right? Now you see why they, pastors and preachers, deacons, I don't know, whoever, it doesn't matter, whoever, it doesn't have to be pastors, preachers, are committing statutory rape against little children because you telling them to stifle something that is nature within themselves, an energy that's within themselves. Basically, you're saying that we all supposed to be positive beings out here. There's no way we can be. There's no way. We all have a negative nature. We all have we all want some form of drama in our life. Some form of drama in our life. It don't matter. Every person, every Christian, everybody needs some form of negative stimulation in some form of sense. It's the way we are, is how we operate. We have to think we have to broaden our mind and think. And I'm trying to make you guys think. All my Christians, all my Muslims, every single person who's out here in this world, we have to think now. We are positive beings. We have positive in ourselves, and that's with love and everything else. We also have negative energies within us. We have to put the negative energy somewhere, right? And I'm not telling people to go out here start raping children now, raping people. No, the Creator God has given us so many different options to destroy, or I should say ground this energy. We have to ground it. Look at the way the world we grow. It has to be grounded, right? Now look, let me go back to circuitry. And I'm gonna try to help you. Whoever listen, I'm gonna try to give you a solution as to how to ground, right? How to ground this sexual energy. There's many different ways, right? Let me tell you this. There's many different ways to ground this energy. All it is energy. All it is energy. We could go to the gym, start working out, start sweating. We have to sweat. You have to sweat. You can't just go to the gym and not sweat. We have to start sweating because that's the energy pouring out of you. It's through your pores, bro. It's through your pores, right? We have to knock ourselves out of this. That was just one. We have to knock ourselves out of this trance first, because all it is a trance. You see a person that looks very, very attractive, and you having all these thoughts. You have to knock yourself out of the trance first, because all it is a sexual energy trance. That's all it is. Knock yourself. You got to practice a fail-safe proof to get yourself out of this trance first. Now, I'm not saying the energy is gone by then, but you have to maneuver this energy elsewhere. That's all it is. That's all about circuitry. Circuitry is all about moving energy where it needs to go. Right? So there may be strategies that you might have to look into moving this energy. You could probably start playing video games. If you feel this energy is still there, play some damn video games. Me, I play Street Fighter, and I'm in Street Fighter, and I'm hey, nobody messing with me on Street Fighter. I'm telling you right now, and I'm yelling at the TV at the same time. I'm pouring my energy out into this video game, whatever. Right? Amongst other things, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I could go explicit, but I don't want to get explicit because many Christians may come after me. I don't know, but I may say it in another recording on how to release this sexual tension, sexual lust, whatever it might be, in a different way, right? But think of it this way, because I'm gonna go back to circuitry and energy and all this other stuff. I do apologize that this recording has gone this long. Usually my recordings go this long anyway, but I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to make people start thinking. Think. Please use your minds. Your minds are very, very powerful. And once you get to understand people and yourself, then you start to understand how people are trying to manipulate you in a sense. There's people out here trying to manipulate you. Please don't be manipulated. They're using Bible scriptures to manipulate you too as well. You know what I'm saying? Most of the stuff in the Bible it's not true. I hate to say it. Most of the stuff in the Bible, most of the events in the Bible are not true. We have to take it with a grain of salt. There has some great teachings in it. I implore everybody to read the Bible. But it has some great teachings in it, as anything else. Everything else and anything else in this world has some great teachings in it, even your own damn experiences. Right? Now, can I say this? And I'm gonna say this, and I'm very, very blunt. Can you go on with life without reading the Bible? My answer to that is yes. Yes. I hate to say it. Some people are gonna get triggered, but I'm gonna say it. Can you live life without reading the Bible at all, ever? Yes. Yes, you can. Because you could learn by experience. You could learn, you know what I'm saying, from other pieces of work. But if you happen to have the Bible and it comes past your way, then read it, definitely. And please don't allow people to manipulate you based on how they feel like the Bible is supposed to be read, or whether or not it's truth or not. What's truth is what's around you. What's truth is you yourself. Be self-aware of who you are. That's truth. Have that awareness to research and think for yourselves. Think very, very hard and read a lot of stuff. Your purpose may not be in the church. Your purpose may be your purpose may to be a plumber or something. The Creator's purpose for you may be a plumber. You don't need to read no Bible. Right? Are all plumbers reading the Bible? I don't think so. I don't believe so. I don't believe plumbers are plumbers, and they're the best at it because that's all they dream about. That's all they talk about. That's all they read about. That's all they learn about. Plumbers are the best because of what they surround themselves as. Plumbing. whatever it might be, HVAC. They the best at it because that's all they surround themselves with. They eat, sleep, and drink HVAC and plumbing. They probably not even reading the Bible, but guess what? The Creator God has that purpose for them. Right? The Creator God has that purpose for them. They need to be there where the Creator God is not telling them to read the Bible. The Creator God is telling them to be a plumber because people out here need their plumbing stuff working. And that's what's running the world. That electrician, that's what's running the world right now. And I'm not here to let you read. You ain't got to read no Bible. I need you to be a plumber. Be the plumber and be the best at it. Right? So my Christians, what do you say about that? What do you say about that? Right? Whatever we give our energy to, that's who we become. That's who we become. Now we could shift. I could shift. I could shift from being a plumber and become a prophet or some form of prophet of God. But all I'm doing is becoming a prophet of the Bible. That's all I'm doing is becoming a prophet of the Bible. I'm living and breathing these words, and I'm acting like Moses and Jeremiah and Isaiah. It's whatever we give our energy to. I'm going to become like Jeremiah. I'm here crying and stuff, looking at the way of the world today. And that's been me too, because I've read the whole book of Jeremiah, and I'm feeling what he's feeling, and I'm looking at my world at the same time, and I'm crying inside. I'm dying inside. I feel like I need to do something. But I'm only feeling this way because I've given my energy to reading these pieces of work. So I could shift now. I could shift and start learning circuitry and understanding that energy is all around us. Everything of this world is of the Creator God. Everything, good and bad. So don't listen to people when they say, "Oh, God is all good. He's good all the time." No, he's everything around us. Good, bad, negative, positive. Every single thing is of God because He created it. He's the Creator. This sustainer of life, this energy. Right? It's just you really have to really think. Now let's go back to energy because I didn't said a lot just now. Now once I open up my television, right? Let's say my TV is having electronic issues. I plug it in, I turn on the thing, it's not even coming on, bro. So I open the TV, open it up, I look at the circuitry. I'm looking at the resistors, the capacitors. I'm looking at all the elements in that television motherboard. Right? Now, let me show you why suppressing energy is not good for you, because that's what the TV is. It has suppressing energy. It has suppressing capacitors inside the television set, and I hope this doesn't go over anyone's head. But let me just speak English for you. The television set, or most electronics, they have what is called capacitors in it. These little black things or whatever. Now, this capacitors is what stores energy. It stores I don't want to say negative energy, but it stores energy when there's too much energy going inside the television set. The television set also has resistors and inhibitors and all this other stuff that reduces the power of the energy going inside the television. But the capacitors are what stores this energy. Now, if you look at the capacitor, if your capacitor is broken, that means too much energy has been stored into that capacitor. It starts to leak on you. And this has happened plenty of times. I opened my television set. As a matter of fact, I just fixed my daughter's television set not too long ago because hers wouldn't turn on. Every time I plug in the HDMI cord, it would just shut out. The television screen would just shut out. So I opened up, looked at the capacitor, and it was leaking brown fluid. So I knew that was because of the energy stored in that capacitor was too much. It exploded, is what I'm saying. Right? But understand this: the television is a closed unit, right? It's a closed unit, so there's no I would say ground. There's probably a ground in there, but the ground is mostly the capacitor because it stores the negative energy. So when that negative energy fills up in the capacitor and explodes, well, there goes your energy. Boom, no energy, right? So when someone is saying to suppress this negative energy, this feeling of lust or whatever you're feeling, you're gonna pop. You're storing it inside your spirit. You're storing it inside your heart. You're going to pop to the point where you don't even want to hear none of this stuff no more. I don't hear God's law, nothing. You have to put it somewhere. You have to ground it somewhere. You have to put it some. You have to put this energy towards something else. Like I said before, I play video games, or you could exercise, work out, play basketball, play football, whatever. This energy needs to be suppressed, not suppressed. This energy needs to be put somewhere else. You know, if you're dealing with sexual lust, I hope and pray that you're married, because then there you go. You could put it on your wife. You know, that sounds X-rated. That's, you know. But here's my thing. This is the way we work. This is the way our bodies work. And I could go into more detail. You know, I still have to do my research, but anybody should be out here trying to do their research. And don't allow any teacher that's telling you to suppress this energy. This is energy. This is real life stuff we're talking about. You see why people are acting angry and mean and all this other stuff, because they have this all bottled up inside. They need to release it. You bottling up all this stuff. That's why us men be dying early. All of us men be dying early, because we got all this negative energy inside we storing up. Oh, man is not supposed to cry. People are telling, our parents are telling us, men ain't supposed to be crying. You're supposed to be men. No. Crying is the best way. That's another way. Oh, you know what? That's another strategy. Boom. Crying is another way you could release this energy. Women are living longer than men. Our wives are living longer than men because women cry. Men ain't supposed to cry. We have to. God, the creator God made us to cry. That makes no sense. Why we have openings to cry. God made us that way. So I'm going to cry. You know what I mean? Oh, men, we supposed to hold it in. We men. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? You see why we are having heart attacks and all this other stuff. It's within us. Come on, man. That negative energy got to be put somewhere. And crying, if that's a way to have you ever cried before? And you feel some sort of release? You feel something off your shoulders. You feel the energy releasing from you because you let it go. You let go all that negative energy you was that you was feeling. This resentment, all this entitlement, all this issues. It's the same energy. The same kind of energy. All you feel in retribution, you feel like you need to cry, bro. You need to cry. Oh, I'm feeling like I need to get revenge now. That's the same energy. You need to go sit down and start crying and let it go. Release it. Don't allow people to tell you to go close this energy off. It's all this energy we're supposed to, it just makes no sense how we supposed to release positive energy, right? We supposed to release positive energy, right? Love and kindness. We supposed to release that, but we not supposed to release the negative energy somewhere. We have to put it somewhere. And I'm not telling people to go out here and start murdering people. No, I don't think it gets to that level until we bottle up all that negative energy. I'm not telling people to bottle up no negative energy. Please don't bottle it up. It's like you're shaking a soda can. and pop goes the weasel. Pop goes the weasel. No, I want you to release any kind of negative thought, negative energy right then and there, if you can. Right then and there, release it in some form or fashion. You know, scream inside of a dang pillow if you need to. Scream inside of a pillow. Cry. And I'm talking to my men too. Cry. You know, I mean that's how it is. That's how we have to do it, man. This life, everything on you is okay. Everything about you is fine. We just have to release these energies that are bottled up. Everything is fine. The Creator God has created everything perfectly. You know, think of it as the sun. I know I'm going too long on this. The sun is the energy, but what grounds the sun? The moon is that ground. Trust me, the moon is that ground. We have the lesser light and we have the brighter light. That moon is the ground of that energy. And I'm gonna do more research on the sun and the moon because they work hand in hand, tandem. I don't think the moon is just a light at night. I don't think so. I think it's some form of ground for the sun's rays in some form of sense. Right? I'm gonna do more research, and you guys could do your research too, and just kind of think broader, man. Think broader, man. Don't let these people out here control you into thinking that you're a bad person. Everything about you is fine. You just need to release some things that you have held on to. You probably just need to release a lot of stuff. You're filled up. Your memory is filled up as far as your I'm using a capacity terms. Memory card. Your memory card is full. You probably need to clear out a lot of things and release a lot of things. These stored up energies. These you need to clear the cache is what I'm saying. But that's my recording. Um, I hope I said everything I needed to say on here. If you had listened to this throughout the whole hour, I would say, I thank you for listening, and I hope you take it and learn from it, and do your own research, and just go out here, just start living in love as we supposed to, walk in the way of positivity, and understand that God is in everything that you see out here. Our creator God is in everything that we don't let people tell you that he's all good. No, he's everything around us, every single thing. And then that's when you're going to start appreciating life more, and then you become free. And that's what I want all my people out here to be, is have some freedom, right? But that's the recording. I thank you guys for listening. If you guys and girls made it this far, press that like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this on my Facebook page, take the time to subscribe to my YouTube page at Notice TV. That's all caps, NOTICE TV. I'll catch you later, and may God bless you.